Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today, Adam. Well, we are here at the Office Assistant strive to provide a safe, risk-free environment for our teams. This induction will cover all mandatory workplace health and safety guidelines and procedures that you will need while working here. Feel free to ask any questions if you need to.
Okay, no problem.
Our philosophy is that we are serious in our duty to provide all employees, clients and customers with a safe and healthy working environment. We continuously review and update our policies and procedures to ensure compliance with legislation. All of our guidelines are designated to prevent accidents, injuries, and illnesses, and every new employee must be made aware of their obligations during this induction.
No worries, I can appreciate that.
To begin, we will first cover our workplace health and safety teams and who they are. We have Jody and Stephen, who are our designated first aid officers, should you require it. We have posters in the staff room with their pictures in case you haven't met them yet.
Cool, no worries. I've met Jody, but I'll definitely take a look at the poster so I know who Stephen is as well.
Okay. During a fire emergency, our chief fire warden is Michelle, and we also have myself and Mark to assist. Please listen to their instructions at all times during an emergency. I am the health and safety officer for the office assistant. My role is to provide the team with information relevant health and safety at work. I conduct regular safety audits, environmental risk assessments, and investigate workplace incidents, as well as provide training for employees. Our workplace health and safety committee is chaired by me, and is made up of annually elected reps from each department. We will meet on the first Tuesday in every 2 months, starting in February from 10 to 11:30 a.m. The minutes of the meeting are posted on our staff intranet within a week of the meeting.
Okay. What exactly does the Workplace Health and Safety Committee do?
The role of the committee is to promote health and safety in the workplace, to discuss safety issues, and provide advice to the executive and assist with reviewing workplace incidents and provide recommendations.
There's a lot to take in. Is this all written down, recorded somewhere?
Yes, yes it is. On our intranet,
Yep.
we have a dedicated section for all things workplace health and safety. This is where all of our policies, procedures, legislation, information, and further training is kept. After the initial induction, you have 1 week to look through the internet page to complete a skills audit.
Yeah.
We will then meet again to discuss an update of our staff training matrix. From there we develop a training plan for all employees. From time to time, that there may be a skills shortage, and your supervisor may nominate you for additional training.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I'd be very happy to take on any more training that would be beneficial to the team.
Okay, next, our fire emergency and evacuation procedures. If you discover a fire, notify a fire warden as soon as you can, or the closest supervisor to raise the alarm. Trained fire wardens will attend to the fire, and we must listen to their instructions. They may sound the evacuation alarm. This will be heard over the loudspeaker, advising to evacuate. Immediately leave through your nearest fire exit, which will have a sign above it. We proceed to the front gate, just past the car park, to wait for instructions by the fire wardens.
Okay.
Now, what was that sound again?
Evacuate.
Very good. Now we try to eliminate all risks where possible. However, occasionally there are incidents at work. The first step, if you are involved in an incident at work, is to report it to your supervisor as soon as you can. From there, we will get you to complete an incident report with your supervisor. If it cannot be completed within 3 days, the supervisor or myself will complete the form. But incidents that are more serious, it needs to be reported within 24 hours. I will then investigate to prevent a reoccurrence and document any preventative actions on the report. Is everything clear with this process?
Yes, except where do I get the incident forms from?
Good question. You can get it from our intranet page, or we have hard copies in the staff room.
Fantastic.
Now, to avoid incidents from occurring, we identify the hazard and use the hierarchy of control. We always try to eliminate the hazard. However, this is not always possible, so we try substituting it with something else. Failing this, we provide a barrier or guard around the hazard to reduce the risk. But finally, we use procedures and processes to control the use or exposure to the hazard, or provide protective equipment to reduce the risk to the individual. We may even use a combination of these techniques.
Is it your job to identify hazards, or?
Hazard identification is everyone's responsibility. If you identify a hazard or a breach of health and safety procedures, complete an employee feedback form found online or in the staff room, and please submit it to me for investigation.
Hopefully I won't have too many of those.
Now, the last topic we're going to cover is on some risk management strategies we have in place for our warehouse. any hazardous substance will have a material safety data sheet, also known as an MSDS, which will detail how to handle, store, and dispose of hazardous chemicals. These are also maintained on our register. Now, you won't be involved in handling the hazardous chemicals in our warehouse, but you will still need to be aware in case you visit the area.
Good to know.
If you come across a spill in the workplace, for obvious reasons, it needs to be removed to minimise the risk to others. If there is a hazardous chemical spill, you must contact me or the warehouse manager immediately to remove the spill safely. And lastly, manual handling. We have posted all around our warehouse to demonstrate correct lifting techniques. You will need to keep the load as close as possible to the body. Avoid lifting with a bent back, and don't twist or bend. If available, we should always be using trolleys to move heavy loads, or ask assistance from another team member.
Not a problem.
If you ever are required to work in the warehouse, you will receive full manual handling training.
Not a problem. I do plan to stay in the admin area, so hopefully I won't be lifting anything too heavy.
Okay. Well, that concludes our induction part A. You can take the next hour to have a read over our other policies and procedures in this handbook.
Good. Thank you.
And browse the intranet for other resources. I will touch base with you in a week to complete part B and develop your training plan.
Awesome. No worries. Thank you very much, Nick.
No worries. Have a good day.
MC.